Loading.
Toneforge Jason Richardson is a powerful guitar tone solution that delivers insanely expressive tones. This feature-rich plugin spares no expense and is designed to forge clear rhythms, edgy leads, and shimmering cleans. This Toneforge model offers 3 unique amp designs custom-made with Jason Richardson and his producer, Taylor Larson, based on the tones they created in the studio for the album 1. Included are 2 custom cab captures, 4 microphones, an impulse response loader, 3 creative pedal-based effects, and Joey's new unique custom EQ and dynamic processor optimized for working with down-tuned guitars. On the main interface, the gate knob cuts unwanted noise leakage, hiss or hum by setting a threshold at which the input signal needs to be above for processing. The gain knob is a universal gain control for all of the amplifiers. The plugin performs best when this value does not reach red on the input meter. The output knob controls the output volume of the whole plugin. Clicking the fork icon provides access to the tuner. Clicking on the question mark provides access to the manual. At the bottom of the interface, a selector menu allows you to access the various modules of this plugin. You can control or command plus click on each thumbnail to disable or enable the module, excluding the amplifier. Disabling the cabinet module also disables all post-processing. Alternatively, you can click on signal path to view the signal flow of the modules, including Joey's magic post-processing. Clicking on the modules here also disables or enables them. The channel switcher allows you to select between the clean, rhythm, and lead channels on the amplifier. The clean amplifier has 3 parameters: low and high shelf controls, and the shimmer knob, which enhances the presence of the tone while decreasing the dynamic range at the same time. This allows for ultimate clarity and clean finger tapping performances. The rhythm channel has 4 tone shaping controls to dial in the low, mid, treble, and presence, as well as a clarity knob to increase definition by removing harsh masking frequencies. The range knob sets the range for the affected frequencies. The lead amplifier has 4 tone shaping controls. The lead's edge control combines a series of preamp and post-amp tone boosts, along with a variable dynamic range adjustment, which allows quick note passages in a solo to shine through. The cabinet module contains 4 different virtual microphones that can be used to capture the tone of 2 different cabinet types. The impulse response loader allows you to use your own impulse responses in conjunction with the other modules, expanding your guitar tone possibilities. The fader changes the volume of the loaded impulse response, while the arrows are used to navigate inside of the folder to the next or previous impulse response. The effects page contains 3 pedals which can be accessed by clicking on them. The pedals will appear highlighted when in use. On the delay pedal, time sets the delay interval. Tone adjusts the tone shaping applied to the delay. Mix sets the wet-dry balance of the delay. Width sets the stereo width of the delay. Feedback determines the amount of repetitions of the delay. The bypass pedal turns the effects on and off. The Back to Effects Overview button returns you to the Effects Overview page. On the Lo-Fi pedal, the Amount knob controls the intensity of the lo-fi effect, while the Distortion knob adds saturation to the signal. The Range knob sets the frequencies of the filters. The Bypass pedal turns the effects on and off. On the Reverb pedal, size sets the magnitude of the reverb. Pre-delay sets the delay prior to hearing reverberation. Mix sets the wet-dry balance of the reverb. The bypass button turns the effects on and off. The Equalizer is a custom design with hand-picked frequency steps and interesting cue shapes that are optimal for working with guitars. There are 4 EQ bands allowing for control over the bass, low-mid, mid, and treble frequencies. The top row of knobs controls the frequency range, while the bottom row of knobs controls the gain of the frequency range. The dynamic processor is a new tool designed by Joey specifically for controlling down-tuned guitar low end with finesse. The left side of the module contains a VU meter, which allows you to monitor gain reduction, output, and input levels. On the right side of the module, the low range knob is used to set the top end of the frequency range where processing will occur. A setting of 200 Hz will cause the dynamic processor to operate on all frequencies below 200 Hz. The reduction knob will set the total amount of range in which the processor can operate. A setting of 0 is no change. 50 is half the amount of total range, while 100 is the widest amount of range. If the input signal is varying wildly in low-end content, a higher setting is more appropriate. An input signal with low variance in low-end content favors a lighter setting. The threshold knob determines when compression is applied once the signal exceeds the set value. The compression ratio determines the amount of compression applied to the signal when it exceeds the threshold. The output knob controls the overall output of the limiter. The controls have some additional functionality accessed by the following methods. Double-click/right-click allows you to manually type in a number value for the control point. Control or Command plus click resets the control value back to its default. Shift plus drag gives you finer movement over the controls. Right-click allows you to access the automation menu supported by the VST3 format. Clicking on the Toneforge logo will display the About screen, which contains useful information for troubleshooting technical support issues. We hope this manual helps you to better use the plugin while making huge guitar tracks. And remember to check out these other great guitar tone plugins by Joey Sturgis Tones.